Chuggalos, welcome back to day 20 of the 2024 Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar. Doing this one solo because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to be recording by 8 o'clock. I love day drinking. It's probably in my top 10 favorite things to do. Wanted to get a quick turnaround on this one. And today we're doing Phase 3 Bonfire Fields. And it's an American ale. And if you go to Untapped, it says that it's a red or amber ale. So this is an ongoing theme that we've had with this Advent calendar, which whatever is on the can or in the can, some would say like JT and Phil, and I agree with them on a couple, isn't represented across multiple platforms. So do you take what you taste? Do you trust your taste buds, or do you trust what's published on websites, or the brewmaster's intent, or what other people say about it beyond Rate Beer, and Rate Beer is closing down by one of the big beer conglomeration or congregation of ratings, reviews, and scores is closing down, and then on Untapped it has it as a red or American amber ale. So there's a lot to that. I could just listen to Phil pontificate because they're probably closely related, and eventually when the three of us, JT, Phil, and myself, go through Cicerone training, we'll look back on these videos and we'll laugh and be like, haha, how pedantic of us to be able to do that. But enough preamble. We're going to go with the crack. But I want to say I did look at the can before, and again, it's got the brewer's notes, awesome biscuit and pine, which is an interesting characteristic, but you would expect that breadiness in an American amber ale. Hopefully not too much, 6.8%, but pine. So we're going to go with the crack. I love the black on black. I love that can choice. Almost primed. Got it primed up. Excellent. Okay. I was, JT and I were commenting on Stev's, the Gush Your Mouth from yesterday. Just a barrel of laughs, Stev is. And he comes up with a new crazy way to name his dailies every time. So pine on the nose, but subtle, not like overpowering, not like a West Coast or an IPA.
Are you having a good day?
I know it's really early, but when you get to this, that is interesting. Okay, front of the mouth, IPA, dankness, hopness, pine. On the back, that subtle, that breadiness. So it's a juxtaposition of two different flavor profiles depending where you're tasting it in your palate. I've been watching back some of my videos or whatever, and just when people comment or outshout, and I'm very dramatic on how I take my drinks, so I'm trying to work on that. Obviously, the couple of drinks that I did earlier, wasn't able to do it. The one thing I was thinking about, I was like, Phase 3, since we're doing back-to-back Phase 3s with this amber ale, and then we have a DIPA tomorrow, which I'm super excited for. Hopefully I've got a surprise that works out. I know JT's been working on a surprise on getting Frankie involved. I'm hoping, if I ask really nicely, I'm going to be able to get somebody to participate with me tomorrow night. But Phase 3, so it's out of Lake Zurich, Illinois. Anything that comes out of Illinois, I automatically think of JT being the resident Chicagoland expert, and then Chuggalo Mom. The reason being, I was like, Phase 3, why did that make sense? So I had to cheat a little bit. I went into my Untapped, and I've had two Phase 3 in the last month. One when I was back home, and the second one, I had it when I was up at my cabin. Number 2, I was like, there's something else that reminds me of Phase 3. And why would it stick out? If it was either like a Wild Ohio-esque beer, or it was an absolute banger. And it was on episode 207, I believe Chuggalo Mom brought those beers in. And the reason I bring it up is because JT and I had an absolute dynamite of a beer called, and look at that handsome, suave dude there. This was a bushel of apples And when I went back to episode 207 it was the Affy Taffel, and it was a golden ale, 6%, and it was a gimmick beer. And you look at that picture, that's the Affy. But why did I think I mismarked it, but it definitely was, and you can see the flavor profiles that I put is the Affy Taffel. So I mismarked it. That's on me. But look at JT. Look at that handsome, suave guy, and he's just smiling. He knows he knows that he's about to make Phase 3's day and give a 5. And both of us gave it a 5. It delivered on that caramel apple sweet, and that time we were in 2022, so we were still in the height of Blapples, I believe. So again, that was the excitement. You could see it on JT's. I don't take too many pictures while we're recording, but you can see the absolute elation on his face. The interesting thing is we also had another, I know it was Chugalo Mom, because we had a Rev Brewing beer, and that was Caramel Crisp. And we're a middling beer. This was our second beer of the day, and that's 6%. So anyways, very cool to go back and relive that memory. I remember that beer. And again, I think JT is going to talk about, hopefully, if nothing else, he's tipped off. I think that's a gimmick. Like the popcorn, it's like a Chicago, but like an Affy Taffel or Chugalo Mom. One of those, like, you know you're from Chicago when you know this gimmick. I know the popcorn is one of them. If only they made Chicago stuffed pizza flavored beer, right? That would just be milled of two worlds. All right, so we'll go back. We'll check out the phase3brewing.com. Do them. They're just. So again, Lake Zurich. I don't know if it's Chicagoland, but it's just to the northwest of downtown Chicago, traditional Chicago. So then they've got Elmhurst and the tap room. So there's nothing. Oh, there's our story. Hell yeah, our vision. So you click on it. We genuinely strive to give you beer that is handcrafted with quality ingredients by honest people. Would you rather have a middling beer by honest people, but a 5-banger beer by a bunch of liars? I don't know. That would be a fun question to debate. If you own a retail store or bar and are interested in how to get our beer, reach out here. Hell yeah. This is interesting. And I want to. Now it asks me if I'm 21 or older. You know what? No. I wonder where it takes. Let's click no. PBS Kids. That is fantastic. Is that a troll? Usually those sites take you to Google. But that's awesome. So on tap now. Let's just see what they have on tap. Uh-oh. Broken site. Okay. That's right. Enough of the website review. It's broken. I can't see what's on tap. Phase 3 is a really cool name, by the way. All right. About the beer. I think this is a bridge over troubled waters, and troubled waters meaning craft beer. I think you could give this to a craft beer individual that is like a hophead, like myself, sours, etc. And you could split it with somebody like a Chugalo Dave, a Chugalo Pa, my dad, like that older ancient lager style, and have a conversation. I don't think this is not going to make anyone happy, or not going to make. This is a compromise, if you will. I don't think anyone in those two situations is going to give it like an absolute banger of a 5. But I feel like everyone's going to enjoy it, and a conversation could erupt, and you're, again, a bridge over troubled waters, like just extending an olive branch. It's interesting that brewer's notes, the pine and the biscuity, the breadiness of it, are fantastic. It delivers on both. It's straightforward. I love that it comes in a pint can. Again, it's got a real homey feel to it. This could be a transitional craft beer. I hope to be able to relive kind of my craft beer journey tomorrow a little bit. But it's got some quaint feels to it, traditional, but yet reaching to do something new, to strive, to push the envelope when it comes to craft beer. Let's see what Chuggalo Smokeshow has to say about it. Again, I like watching this with you guys all at the same time.
Brew Crew, we've got Advent Calendar Day 20. We're doing Phase 3 Bonfire Fields American Ale. But she says spiced, so hopefully it's not too crazy, but we shall see. Spiced biscuit and pine. I wonder what that is.
You know what a piney biscuit is.
Got a cute little glass. Okay, darker than I thought it would be. Nice little bonfire on there. Okay. All right, let's see. I don't get the biscuit or pine.
You're crazy.
I don't know, it's just a good ale. Very subtle, easy drinking. I could drink this by bonfire easily, as long as there aren't any mosquitoes. I like it. I will give this like a, I don't know, it's so refreshing. I'd say 4 or 5. 5.
A 4 or 5. See, again, I just love that I'm not able to prognosticate what some of these chuggalos are thinking. So it's fantastic. Don't yuck other people's yums. I mean, other people have a different, palate, and that's why Cobra, JT, and myself started this, and why JT and I keep it going. And it's nice to get those other perspectives that really make you think, oh yeah, am I missing that? Or sorry, Stacy. The no pine is crazy. The pine is the nose and the front of the palate. Hopefully, Svil substantiates that for me. The follow-up to this, and where I'm going to pull Barrel House into this, is originally, when I got the original list, this was supposed to be a spiced ale, or that's what was written down. And when I published the list and put it out, immediately, Chuggalo Sarah goes, yep, hey, on me. That's an amber or red ale. So I still publish this list. So if other Chuggalos, because I'm probably going to be the first one today, say it's a spiced ale, that's 100% on me, because I didn't correct it after Sarah corrected me. So I humbly apologize, and that's just the customer outreach. Again, we've been tooting our horn, or tooting the horn of Barrel House this entire time. It's warranted. The follow-up, that customer service, even if you leave their doors, you're still a customer, you're still a friend, you're still welcomed in that community, and they followed up, and especially Sarah and Better Matt reaching out all the time, giving us feedback and pointers, and hey, this is the direction, etc. Okay, I think I've got everything. My thoughts on this beer. Pine, it delivers on everything that they say, but so they get credit for that. Is it a banger? I like that it delivers on what it says it's going to, and I like that it's a situational drink, and I could put myself in a situation where I would enjoy this with people, or I would project, like when you give somebody the gift of a book. I always say it on the podcast. When you give somebody the gift of the book or a beer or something like that, you're trying to, most of the time, you're not trying to give them a goofy beer or whatever like that. Like, he. No, it's craft beer. There's a initial investment or whatever. You're trying to get them something that they like, potentially expand their horizons. This is a horizon expander. I wouldn't have picked this out, but I'm glad I've had it. Off the top rope, I'm going to give this a 3.25. I'm excited for the Phase 3 tomorrow. So this will be the 4th Phase 3. Tomorrow would be the 5th. If I'm ever in Lake Zurich or in the area, it would be a place that I would like to go. And that's it. That's it for day 20. Some of you might be on your way to work and might be able to listen to this. I'm just around here doing laundry and stuff. But besides that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.